The mission of Camp Clover is to help these grieving children get the coping skills and the tools that they need to make the grieving process a little bit easier. The 4-day camp enables them to meet other children that have had a loss. The believe, hope, sharing, and memories are all parts, integral parts of the camp. And it's a 4-day camp, and each of those themes are a theme for each day. I truly believe that we start them on the healing process from day 1 to day 4. And I can see it. I could see it in their eyes, in their heart, in their demeanor, in their talk, in their sharing. And I hope that they leave and continue to heal.
My mom just passed in 2019 from gallbladder cancer. I became a counselor because I wanted to kind of give back in a sense, help out little ones like I was helped out. I helped out with the go-karts, that was my main duty. And then I also worked out with rockets because I was in Cub Scouts and I'm in Boy Scouts, so I had experience with rockets.
My husband passed away 10 years ago. My son was 4 at the time. He was hesitant to come because he wasn't sure what it would be like, what he'd be asked. He was probably worried about having to talk about difficult things. But he came to the camp. He made a best friend who he is still friends with today. And he had such a fun time, he couldn't wait to come back the next year. He was happier. He was, I think, knowing that there were other kids in his situation really helped him a lot. In our town, he didn't know anyone else who had lost a close loved one. So he had that bond with the kids here. And I think it just helped him feel a little better about himself.
I've asked the kids, what do you really like about this? And they say, I love that I'm not alone. I love that I'm with other kids that get it. The bonds that they make so quickly, getting off the bus the first day and their scared little faces and then creating bonds, and they share meals together.
Having other people who've lost someone that they've cared about definitely helps them understand like they're not alone, in the sense of they're not the only ones going through this hardship of losing someone at a young age. When you're at Camp Clover, it brings hope and happiness to everyone who's lost someone. Because when you lose someone, it's not an easy thing. But for a place that can bring happiness and hopefulness to them, I feel like that's the things that you need for when you're going through a loss. You need those two things to make you feel better.
Also helped me feel like I'm not the only one who's lost a spouse, and that helped a lot. And it was really emotional coming to family night for me, because just seeing all of the other families and meeting them and seeing all the other children and knowing we're not alone and everyone's gonna be okay. Like, it helped me a lot.
Atlantic Health System and the resources they have are incredible. The transportation is provided by Atlantic Ambulance. Many managers and clinicians, social workers, music therapists, art therapists, nutritionists from the healthcare system come and volunteer for the camp to provide different services. Without Atlantic Health System's resources, I don't think the camp could run as successfully and effectively as it does.
Knowing that Atlantic Health was involved in the camp gave me so much security, and it made me feel so much better. It really gave me a lot of comfort, because I thought to myself, they know how to deal with the children, they know what's the right thing to say and not say and how to act. And I just knew if it's the hospital is involved, they know it. They know what they're doing.
So when a family registers for Camp Clover online, their first line of contact is Atlantic Visiting Nurse Bereavement Coordinator, who will reach out to them, talk to them about the loss, their child's needs, and better place them into a child's grief bereavement group. If you were a parent and you were thinking of enrolling your child to camp, I would tell you that it is such a safe and healing place for your child to come. They get to share with other children who have had similar losses, and hopefully they get the tools and skills to cope effectively with the grief process, because it can last a lifetime.